Well, here I am at the Goodwin Nature Center on Route 6, and I think it's Columbia that we're in. This is the road that I'm going to take that's going to lead up to the airline trail, and I'm taking the airline trail for 15 miles out to Pomphret. And I'll tell you what this is all about in a little while, but just to say, it's a beautiful, beautiful spring day. The leaves are just starting to come out. Flowering trees are budding, as you can see. And I'm looking forward to a good ride. So here's my Priority 600, all decked out for a day ride. And I'm gonna jump on and see what we can get done. So here's the signage. This is part of the East Coast Greenway. And one of my goals is to find a place suitable for stealth camping. Don't tell anybody I told you that. But one of these days I'm going to start from the extreme eastern border of Connecticut, and I'm going to take the airline trail as far as I can take it, and then I'm going to continue to head west across the state and eventually get to the Connecticut-New York state line. So I'm going to map that trail out, but I have to find some places to stay, and there's not a lot of commercial campgrounds in this area near the trail, so we're going to see what we can do. So the Goodwin Center was good to me up there, and let's see if the trail is going to be good to me down here. Cheers. The airline trail is a linear rail trail. It's actually a state park. And this was a trail that once went from Middletown, Connecticut into Boston, and it was an alternative to the rail line currently existing down by the shoreline. It proved to be non-profitable, so it was abandoned. And somewhere in the early 60s, this became a project for the Army Guard. They ripped up the rails and they graded what was then seen as a walking horseback snowmobile trail. And so here we have it, a multi-purpose trail going all the way out to the border of Rhode Island. I have not been on the extreme eastern portion of this trail. I've been on this particular segment, but I got a flat tire as I was exploring it, had my camping gear, and it was starting to rain, so I decided to just pull over to the side of the trail and camp and put up with the rain and then fix the flat in the morning, which I did. So this is going to be mostly new to me, or at least 12 miles of it is going to be new to me. Looking forward to a good day out on the bike. Later. Looking for a stealth camp area. This isn't stealthy because it's right off the trail, but it's even got a little hammock and a fire pit and some firewood. This is near the Wolf's Den Land Trust. I think if I were stealth camping, I would go down in that area right there. So, again, a beautiful, beautiful area. And I am just overjoyed to be out here on a day like this. It's gorgeous. I just put some sunblock on my nose. I was starting to feel the sun a little bit, so we want to be safe and cancer-free. So here we are, a little stop by the trail to look at a mysterious hammock. What's that all about? As I said, this is the northeastern portion of Connecticut, and it's known by everyone as the Quiet Corner. They actually, on the local weather, they actually talk about the temperature up in the Quiet Corner or the amount of snow in the Quiet Corner. Very rural, farm-centric, lots of meadows off the trail right now. I see a farm up here through the trees. with some horses hanging out in a corral. So it's just a beautiful day, a beautiful location. There's a beautiful log cabin over there in what used to be a meadow. And here, my friends, is a set of steps. That's what you need when you're old and you need to get on the horse. Okay, that was a good little stop in the Wolf's Den area. Later. Hey, just taking a little break off my bike, and we're going to be in Pomphret Center in a little bit, but I wanted to show you this beautiful scene here. A little rural lake right next to the trail, as you can see. I really haven't got much far. I just keep getting off the bike looking at things. I haven't filmed half of what I've looked at, but this is beautiful. Again, the quiet corner comes through. And right out there in front of me is a beaver house, hut, I think they call it. And they've been doing some good work here, keeping the lake full. Next stop, Pomphret, Connecticut, in town. So when I designed my route for today, I just designed it to go to Pomphret, and I'm right here. And the trail actually goes up and then up north where it ends for a bit. But I'm not going that far, I'm just going to Pomphret. So I saw this little sign, and I'm going to get off and get on this main road because this is the center of Pomphret, and I want to check that out and see what that's like. But this is something that I'd recommend to any group that's looking to put together a trail or make their community more accessible from the trail. The Eagle Scouts put an exit on the trail. They put a sign, they got a map from the state, and I rode past this by about 50 yards and then said, hey, I want to see Pomphret. So they did a good job. They drew me off the trail up onto a main road, and let's go see what we're going to see. Okay, the exit took me to the Pomphret Town Hall.
Workout resumed.
And there it is. A little historical sign that tells you about Pomphret. I'm not going to stop and read it right now. And this would be the main road. Oh my God.
Workout paused.
And I'm going to ride down this main road, but I need all my senses focused on the road. So we've got a distillery here, and if I drank hard liquor, I'd probably stop there. And up here, let's see, we have the Airline Grill, totally associated with the Airline Trail. So I guess Pomphret is a distillery, a grill, and a town hall. Great. Okay, back to the trail. Yeah, we're coming into something now. I don't know what it is, but it's got a porta potty associated with it. Oh, it looks like a little way station, train station. Isn't this cute? We've got a little bridge up here. I think I'll take my time and go over it slowly. I think this is the end of the road for me with a turnaround, but I think what I'll do is go across the road and across the bridge rather, and see what it has in store for me. Well, this is a beautiful bridge. Holy cow. It's got lights on it. Looky this. Wow. Very nice. But down that way, more of the same.
Workout paused.
The airline trail will take you into the area of the Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts border. It's about 20 miles, I believe. So let me go check out this nice little place here that I just passed and show it to you. Take a little break. When you take a break, you take your helmet off. Hate wearing those helmets. But I had a crash earlier this year that kind of let me know what those helmets are really for. All right, I just want to show you this area here. This beautiful bridge that I just passed over. It's just as beautiful from down below. I'm impressed. And it's all lit up. There's little tiny Christmas tree lights on the whole thing. And I passed by this, I don't know what it is. I think it's art in all its splendid glory. We've got a moose, we've got sprockets. It's a little art garden. Solar lights all over the place. It likely is very beautiful at night. Very nice. And this can't be what I think it is. This can't be what I think it is. No, it's not, because it won't reach the metal. Quite something. Big old millstone. Integrated into this artwork. Very, very nice. With the airline trail bridge in the background. How nice is that? Okay, Mr. Moose, have a good day. The bell worked. Oh my goodness.
It did. It worked really well.
So we're on our way back after hitting Pomphret station. That was beautiful. And I could have stayed there for a little longer to read the history of the whole area. But the one thing I was looking for was a little snack bar, place to get something to eat. I brought some boiled potatoes. Actually, they're air-fried potatoes, roasted. And was looking for something to wash them down with that would give me a little boost this afternoon. And lo and behold, a quiet corner didn't give me a place to pick up a sweet drink. So, water and potatoes. I think that's what they used to serve prisoners back in the day. The surface of the airline trail here is hard-packed sand. Down where we started the trail down at the Goodwin Nature Center, that was more like a road with lots of gravel and wasn't quite so pleasant. This is nice and smooth. However, this is a long upgrade. It's not steep by any stretch, but I flew down here at 16 miles an hour, and I'm going up here at way less than that. So things haven't changed except for the angle of the sun. I haven't changed. And I'm still thinking this is just about one of the best ways to spend a early spring day when the buds are coming out on the trees and the skunk cabbages are bloom in the swamps. Yes, indeed. Very, very nice. Well, we're going over this causeway on the way back, and I just thought I would let us all look at it together. First, over here to the left, then over here to the right. So, the last time I rode this trail, this is as far as I got. This is actually right where I got my flat tire. And out there where you see a clear sky, there are serious thunderheads coming our way. So I had no choice but to stealth camp about a quarter of a mile up here. That's an old beaver hut. Lots of rural wetlands on this trail. Bogs, swamps, ponds, and lakes. Lots of water up here. Well, here we are back where we started. The James L. Goodwin Forest Conservation Education Center. Beautiful place. Going down to the very busy Route 6. I parked at a community college down there. And had I realized it, I could have parked right here in the Conservation Center. They have a parking lot for long-term parking, so that's good. But here we go, Route 6. Up the hill a little bit, and then a nice fast downhill. So this is about as good a time as any to thank you for coming along with me. I don't think I fully explained what my plan was, other than to look for stealth camping sites. So here's the good news. I found about 5 of them. And I'm looking for something that is a reasonable distance from the border of Connecticut and Rhode Island. And it's somewhere south of Pomphret. So that's why I focused on the Pomphret area. I found a couple of places that are ideal. So when I make my cross-state trek, I will plan on stealth camping somewhere south of Pomphret. I'll plan on stealth camping somewhere on the other side of Willimantic. And then as I leave the trails and start riding on the roads, I will likely take a motel at the halfway point somewhere up in the neighborhood of Granby, Connecticut. And I'll just leave it at that because I really haven't haven't figured out much past that point. So it's just a project I'm thinking of doing, may not do it. That may get trumped by too much going on in my life, and it may also get trumped by health. I am the old man on a bike, and old men get creaky, and I'm feeling a little creaky lately, so a long-term camping trip across the albeit small state of Connecticut could be a bit more than this old body wants to take on right now. After all, I am going to get my Canadian fix sometime this summer, so that's got priority for me, that's for sure. I've been wanting to do that for a couple of years now, and COVID just screwed it all up. So, well, I'm back at the car. So again, this is Dave, the old man on a bike, thanking you very, very much for coming along on this bike ride up in the quiet corner of Connecticut. Cheers.